More than 70 entries from 6 countries, all set to face over 230 miles of unpredictable English Channel. The Daily Express Offshore Powerboat Race from Cowes to Torquay and back again. The Isle of Wight certainly drew the crowds on this memorable weekend by combining the power game with pop, the gigantic 3-day pop festival at Woodside Bay. It marked the momentary reappearance of Bob Zimmerman, alias Dylan, after 3 years in seclusion. It was costing the blessed generation who came to worship £5 for 2 concerts, and for many of them at least a couple of nights in the distinctly chilly open air. Just a few miles away, the Solent scene was equally concerned with money and endurance. Some 4 hours of near-the-limit power driving with £6,000 in prize money and trophies. After the initial short leg eastwards, they ran the Bembridge Buoy for the westward run to Torquay. Rally driver Timo Mäkinen is used to rough going, but Avenger 2 takes a lot of holding. So does a crowd of 150,000. Help Bob Dylan sink the Isle of Wight was the slogan for the festival. Looking at the seething acres of Woodside, it might well have turned into another Atlantis. Lord Baden-Powell must have been turning in his grave, but the campfires helped many of them to lose their cool, together with the Ainsley-Dunbar retaliation throbbing its highly amplified message to the world. In a triumph of logistics, caterers provided food for the lot. It was hippies with everything, while they all prayed that A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall would remain just a song title. The twin hulls of Volare, one of the smaller British entries. The unusual hull design of Delta. John Galliford's Melodrama is to finish in 5th place. Already well in the lead is the Cigarette, running smoke rings round the rest. Much inconvenience for those at the end of the queue. But there was some relief in the unusual rhythms of the Indo-Jazz fusion. Among all the things they swallowed, 70 tons of beer. Last year's winning boat, Telstar. In In the rather more palm-court atmosphere of Torquay, the cigarette is well on the main drag, halfway to home. Lying second, Italy's White Tornado. Foaming in the wake of the festival, one of the fringe benefits where you can do your thing, all good, clean fun. The cigarette drawing towards the finish. Say what you like about the younger generation, but in all this multitudinous gathering, through these 3 tumultuous days, there were no riots, no chaos, none of the antisocial disruption which much smaller football crowds so often display. In fact, the islanders' dire forebodings never materialized. A great time was had by all. And a splendid time for the cigarette, smoking towards the finishing line in a new record for the race, a sizzling 66 miles an hour. For Don Aronow and his crew, a champagne finish to 236 miles. For the organisers of the Woodside Festival, well, you know how it is after the ball is over.